Hey, good morning, YouTube. I'm Charles Lane 27, and today I'm back at my neighbor's house again, and I'm gonna show you what a normal attic should look like, and what this one looks like, and how it's not normal. And now, so she wants to get a surveillance system, otherwise known as a security camera system, put in her house. And I said to her that the easiest way to do that would be to mount it up high where crooks can't get to it or smack it with anything. Alright. Um that's the first part. Um secondly, how to wire it and stuff. I said I'm gonna figure out a way to wire one box to two different TVs, and I know how to do it. I might do that in a later video. I might show a how-to video of how that'll work. That'll be that. But anyways, I'm gonna show you what's going on and what I had to do, because I had to find a freaking path. Because there's only certain boards. There's not really a floor up there, but there's certain paths. But everything has so much cellulose insulation. It's that older stuff, that stuff that's made out of recycled cardboard and cotton or paper fibers or whatever and whatnot. I hate that stuff. It makes a mess. It's hard to deal with. It's outdated. There's just a lot of cons to it. It's really outdated. It's outdated. It makes a mess, and you can't. It's not attached to any paper, so you can't like pull it back if you want to look for a wire. So you're trying to avoid the wires or trying to find a wire or something in the ceiling. But I'm gonna show you what I had to deal with. What I had to remove. It's pretty bad. So here, let's go up here into the attic. I got a little house ladder here. I know I should be using a step ladder so I don't mar the wall, but we're gonna be remodeling this house pretty much, or eventually sometime. I don't know when. And that's pretty much it, though. That's all I can know is just be doing that. So this is what I got to start on last night. All right. This is what I got a head start on. But as you can see here, it's pretty bad. Look at that freaking pile. Look at that. That's a lot of cellulose insulation. And then look, see, this is right here. Now this I have never seen. Pardon my French, but who in the fuck puts cellulose insulation on top of fiberglass insulation? Alright? Nobody does that. Secondly, if you really want to insulate it better, putting cellulose insulation on top of fiberglass insulation is not the answer. Alright, I can tell you that right now. What you probably want to do is put it in somewhere in the rafters, so put it like right up here. And then, probably, just, put a lot of, put some insulation down there, right down here, and then put some insulation up here. But as you can see, though, so this, let me get up here so I can show you the opening out of this thing. Oh, sorry. So as you can see, this opening is pretty small. And if I zoom in here a little bit, I don't know if you couldn't see it or not really, but I have a shop vac down there. And that's how I've been removing this. I just have a standard 1.5" hose and stuff. It's the only one that I have that's long enough. 1.5" 18-foot hose. I'm just vacuuming it up along, trying to find the board to the path. You can see it ends right here and right here, right where the fiberglass insulation starts to pop back up. And then, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put some over there and over here, and I'm trying to look for the insulation and everything, and just what the hell? I was trying to figure out where everything's at, but that's pretty much it. Okay, I've never seen an add-on like this before. What in the hell? But anyways, as you can see though, you know, it's just this is just the way the house is rebuilt. Supposedly this is an add-on house. It used to be a one-bedroom house. The one if you've watched my videos on my neighbors and stuff, you know, before I'm mentioning my neighbor Christine. I call her Chris for short, but her name is Christine. She's a ow! God damn! Fucking rafters. She's a female, but anyways, she. If you've seen my videos where I'm mentioning her name a couple times, I'm not gonna mention her last name, but I cannot stress to you enough of how horribly this house was added on or rebuilt or whatever, and it's horrible. It's horrible. It's pretty bad. That's all I can say is just that it's pretty bad. I don't know how else to do it, but you can tell by this freaking thing crossed right here. You can tell that this isn't right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know anybody who builds it like this. I think this is the way the original roof was built. This house is old, but it's not as old as mine. Mine is built in the 1800s. I gotta find the board around here. But as you can see, though, there should be some more boards over here, I think. And I just gotta find everything. And the guy tried to do everything himself, alright? And that's the main problem here, is that he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He just, like, he thought he knew what he was doing. Oh, yeah, this will be fine. We'll waste some money on some bone insulation that doesn't even need to be here and make a big mess of it everywhere and stuff and do all that fancy shit and stuff, you know. No. That is not what you do. That is not how it's supposed to be done. This needs to be removed. Alright. Needs to be fixed. For now, I'm gonna leave it like that, and then I'm going to probably figure out a way to build some rafters later. I'm gonna try to build it like this. This right here is right. Alright? That's how it should be done. This is not. I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah. But anyways, so what I have to do is, I'm gonna set the camera down so I can find the ladder here. What I have to do is I have to come up here with a shop vac and an inch and a half shop vac hose, and yes, there's plenty enough. If you just go slow, it'll suck up all the cellulose insulation. And what I have to do is I have to use that because this opening here is so small that I cannot get a fucking full-size garbage bag up here. And I'm assuming he did that too. And somewhere in the laundry room it's more on this side of the house, more towards the front. Somewhere. But anyways, there. Basically, what's going on is that like, I have to do that, and somewhere. But anyways, also somewhere along that area, there is I believe there's another opening in the laundry room, and I think that's either where the original opening was, or that's where they made it before, or something. I don't know. Like I said, I know, I do, but I don't know the people that lived here. I've only known them since I was about 7 years old. Never really talked to the people. Hardly even been in their house. I've been in their house maybe once or twice. That was to help them move out, and that was about it. And then Christine, my neighbor, I've known her here for about 15 years. So I've known her longer probably than I have the original people that lived here when they sold the house. My parents supposedly knew them, but yeah. But this thing fills up pretty quick, so it's a lot of emptying and shit, but I'm okay with it. Maybe a lot of work to you guys, but I don't have a 32-gallon shop vac. I wish I had a 32-gallon shop vac or a 55-gallon. With the 55-gallon drum head and everything. So what I do is I take all this stuff, alright. I take this thing and I open it up and I empty this in the bag. I'm gonna set the camera down. Either you're gonna see this or you're not, it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna show this again so I can empty this in the bag. And yes, I know there's carpet and everything here and there's a mess in here, but that's alright because I'm gonna clean all that up later. I'm just trying to clear a path right now to install security cameras. So, and unfortunately that's already hard enough as it is right now. Because the fucking idiot decided to put cellulose insulation, otherwise known as blown-in insulation, up in there where it doesn't belong. When there's already fiberglass insulation in there to begin with. I don't know who does that, but I'm telling you, you'd have to be a fucking idiot to want to put insulation, cellulose insulation, on top of fiberglass insulation. I just don't know who does that, YouTube. I don't know. If you've ever been under the counter, if you've ever encountered one of these types of problems, tell me about your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. I find this kind of stuff really interesting because it's not something you see every day. And usually it's supposed to be either one or the other, either cellulose insulation, spray foam insulation, or fiberglass insulation. They also have the new stuff that's soundproofing too, but kind of pricey. Clean all this stuff out. Open the window over here. So that's another thing, I'm just emptying all this stuff into a contractor bag. This is a pretty big contractor bag, the biggest one I could find at Walmart. Because that's where she does all her shopping at. She doesn't go to Lowe's very often. Unless we really need to. But anyways, yeah, so we put all that stuff in there, and I turn on the fan when I'm tapping this thing around. Any dust that gets in here, if it gets all stirred up, it sucks it up from over in this end, closest to this area, and blows it out. That way I'm not breathing a lot of it into my lungs, even though this stuff is, I've already Googled it, and this stuff is harmful to your lungs. I mean, not harmful, I mean harmless. When I say harmful, I meant to say harmless. Excuse me, I'm getting my words mixed up. But yeah, as you can see here, there's a mess over here, but like I said, I'm worried about cleaning it out up later. Right now I'm worried about up there, not down here. And but yeah. So this is the new design that they have on the shop vacs. Kind of hate it. I mean, it's not a bad design, but if you're laying it on its side or stuff, when you take it off and stuff, you tip it over, it turns on and stuff, and then the blower port blows everything around and stuff, and kind of, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So then I put that on there, and then so actually wait, I forgot to put this part in, which is actually what directs it down to there. It just directs it down out to the side, and then it falls down into the canister. And then what I do is sometimes the hose gets clogged. One trick you can do, turn the shop vac around, open up the blower port, and just turn it on. Do that and turn it on. Then it'll clear out the hose. Then you shut it off real quick. Unscrew this. Put that cap back on. And then, it's not like she's talking to Sony on the phone, because there's a phone in here. She has like 4 or 5 phones in her house. And she has a lot of elderly friends. Remember, she's 71, so she has a lot of elderly people that call her and stuff, and all her friends that call her. So I can hear her right now. It sounds like she's talking to somebody on the phone right now. But anyways, so then what I do is I basically take this like this, and it sucks it right up. See what I'm saying? It's not gonna harm it or anything. You have to empty the shop vac out a lot, but this is a lot easier doing it this way than it is doing it the other way. And I'll show you why. So it's a lot easier doing it that way than doing it the other way, and I'll show you why. So I'm gonna who the fuck is calling her? So then I set this over here in the little spool, boost it up a little bit because I'm starting to run out of hose. And then I move this. I move this thing back over here. Alright. And I take the hose. Take this. I'm sorry that I'm moving the camera around a lot. I know it's going like this all the time. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm not trying to. It's hard to film with one hand and everything and do everything one-handed. Easier said than done, you know? But
Sorry. Sorry about that, YouTube. I'm trying as best as possible not to wobble anything. I'm gonna try to remove most of this eventually, because this is outdated anyways. So basically what I do is I just go over here like this. I just suck it up with the shop vac, and it takes care of it. Now this is going to take a while because there is a lot of it in here, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it, so somebody's got to do all this, so I mean, I might as well. I know what you're probably thinking. Yeah, this is a lot of work and it seems like a waste of time, but luckily for me, I'm currently unemployed right now. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. It gives me something to do, and I get bored easily, so I like doing this kind of stuff. If I could own my own business in this right now and I had the money for liability insurance and all that stuff, you know, I probably would. But yeah, I don't, so I really fucking hate how he did this. This is really ridiculous. It's like unnecessary and everything, you know. It makes a mess. Like I said, it just makes a mess. It's not really helpful. It doesn't work that well. That's why it's outdated. I used to have this stuff in my house when we were redoing the roof. We decided just to get all of it out of here. This is the easiest way to remove it. I'm going to tell you, this is actually the easiest way to remove cellulose insulation. It's basically the reverse way of how it was put in. So, if you know what I mean. I just do this until I hear the pitch of the vacuum go woo, and then it does, you know, it does that, and then the vacuum it'll change its tune a little bit. I mean, that's how you know it's clogged, and I hurry up and throw the hose down here. I'll show you in a minute. And then I hurry up and go down the ladder and try to shut it off. Look at all that. There's just tons of it. There's tons of it in here. I cannot believe how much stuff they put in here. It's just ridiculous. I think they just did this to waste their money on it. Just so they can say that they put more money into the house so they could jack up the price. Oh, there it is. Now I just let it go down the chute and now I have to go down and shut it off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So as you can see, it removed they removed a good bit of insulation, but as far as I'm concerned, I didn't realize how big this attic was. Being that this house is really small, this is an open wide space. They put a shit ton of this stuff in there, and this stuff's probably about like a foot deep or 6 inches deep. I don't really know how deep it is, to be honest with you, but it's deep. A lot of, so basically what I'm trying to say, that basically though, there's a lot of it in there, and there's just, it's just a lot of work. That's all I can really say. And that's basically, since this is what I have to do, this is gonna take me a long time. This is probably gonna take me a couple weeks. But anyways, I thought I'd just share that with you, because if you ever run into this in an attic, get rid of it. But only if there's insulation, there's fiberglass insulation. If not, still get rid of it anyways, regardless, because it's outdated. Not only that, but it's a lot more, it'll make your life a lot easier if you just get like fiberglass insulation or soundproofing insulation, and or if you just get like spray foam insulation. A lot less work to remove. Spray foam insulation, maybe not. I have never had to remove that stuff. I've only installed it and stuff before. But yeah, so I mean, but yeah, like I said though, I mean, I don't know. It just, I know that fiberglass insulation though, it comes on a sheet, so you can just lift that up. You can slice it with a utility knife, and what that does is it allows you to reveal all the wires or whatever's underneath there, and it's just easier to get to. So, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys kind of found this helpful, even though there wasn't really anything that, this wasn't really a how-to video, as this is something I'm sharing with you, because I thought it was really strange that they put a cellulose insulation on top of fiberglass insulation. I've only seen this like once or twice in my lifetime, and I just know that it's not right. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated with more content. Alright, Charles Lane 27 out.